Matter of fact, said you gonna get it. Yeah, they put up upon his head on the cross. They wrote in Hebrew, Greek, and Latin. Was they doing it so Edomite Romans could see, oh, that's supposed to be the Lord? No, because you had Israelites that spoke fluent Latin, you had Israelites that spoke fluent Greek, you had Israelites that spoke fluent Hebrew, and you had Israelites that spoke 2 or 3 of them languages, man, fluently, man.
And the scripture they put on there was King of the Jews. They didn't put, that wasn't for them Romans. It was for the Israelites.
Yeah, that message wasn't for them Romans. In other words, the Romans are saying, this is what we did to your king. Go ahead.
John 19:19. And Pilate wrote a title and put it on the cross. And the writing was Jesus of Nazareth, the King of the Jews. This title then read many of the Jews, for the place where Jesus was...
Now you notice it said many of the Jews. It didn't say many of the Jews and the Romans and the Greeks and the proselytes.
Right.
And the Arabians that pitched their tent there.
And Agrippa.
And Agrippa. All right? Go ahead.
And Pilate wrote a title and put it on the cross, and the writing was Jesus of Nazareth, the King of the Jews. This title then read many of the Jews, for the place where Jesus was crucified was nigh to the city, and it was written in Hebrew and Greek and Latin.
So that right there proves that you had Jakes, because you had Israelites that wanted to get high up offices. So if they wanted to get a high enough office, they had to speak the language of the Romans, which is Latin.
Yep. Yeah, right.
Remember the Assyrian that the Lord healed his servant? That was an Israelite, man.
Right.
And if he had servants under him, he was a Roman centurion.
Right.
He had to speak the language.
Yep.
And we know that he was an Israelite because the Lord ain't gonna heal no damn cracker, no damn devil.
And he probably spoke to the Lord in Hebrew.
He could have. Yep.
He spoke to the Lord in Hebrew.
Yep. Go ahead.
Acts 21:37. And as Paul was to be led into the castle, he said unto the chief captain, May I speak unto thee? Who said, Canst thou speak Greek?
Yeah, because Paul spoke fluent Greek,
Right.
as well as fluent Hebrew. So you had Israelites speaking them languages, man. And then you had I got to bring that next week, man. This brother sent me a document showing that when the scholars go and study about the Roman military and the different rankings, they don't know if they're Edomites or they're Israelites, because there was so many Israelites that was in high ranking. You got it?
I think I got it.
Good. If you got it, that's good. There were so many high ranking Israelite officers, captains of centurions, which is a captain of 100, generals. All right.
Praetorian guards.
Oh, well,
Praetorian guards. Yep.
Yep. We found out going back to Alexander the Greek, he had a top general underneath him. His name was Cletus Mellus, which means yeah, right. Which means Cletus the Black, and he was an Israelite.
That don't it sound like a Jake?
Yeah.
You know, from what's your name? Cletus Mellus. Like a boxer.
Mellus.
You know.
We found that out. We found out that he was a black man, so-called black man, that was one of Alexander the Greek's top general, right? This is a guy that Alexander the Greek liked to bring to war, right? Now later, somebody wrote, because we did a show on it, and somebody put a comment that, I forgot the brother's name, but he put a comment saying that this guy was killed by Alexander. Now, we haven't researched it. It could be true, maybe not, but the point is that you had Jakes up in the Alexander the Greek's army. That's the point.
And Jake was always looking to getting that power seat.
Right.
And we proved that what Gabar is saying. Now with the Roman Empire, before Rome fell, after Marcus Aurelius had passed on, because he ruled for about 25 years, Commodus came in. Commodus took who? A commander of the legion, Septimius, and made him a senator. He appointed him as one of his councilmen.
Yeah, first he became a senator, and I think he became a consul, which is higher. And then in the movie they made Commodus look like a wimp. He really wasn't a wimp, because he respected this guy Septimius Severus, because it was his father Commodus that made him Senate, which he was a Jake. That's what the movie is based on. That movie Gladiator. But the guy, Russell Crowe, they made that guy up. He never existed. But that's based off of Septimius Severus. All right? And Virginius Niger. It's hard. I can't say that name. Yeah. But he was a contemporary with this guy Septimius Severus.
Right.
All right.
This is 1 Maccabees 1:10. And there came out of them a wicked root, Antiochus, surnamed Epiphanes, son of Antiochus the king, who had been an hostage at Rome. And he reigned
What verse is that?
The 10th verse.
All right, go ahead.
And he reigned.
We'll start at the 7th verse.
Okay. So Alexander reigned, 1 Maccabees 1:7. So Alexander reigned 12 years and then died. And his servants bare rule everyone in his place. And after his death, they all put crowns upon themselves. So did their sons after them many years, and evils were multiplied in the earth. And there came out of them.
Stop right there. Evils were multiplied in the earth, right?
Yep.
That's when Esau came into power. Right. Evils were multiplied in the earth. Give me that precept, Bob.
Proverbs 29, verse 16. When the wicked are multiplied.
We're reading about the wicked, right? Yep. Read the 7th verse again.
So Alexander reigned 12.
The wicked. Go ahead.
So Alexander reigned 12 years and then died. And his servants bear rule every.
His servants were Edomites, the wicked, even though and the Seleucus dynasty, which was Epiphanes' line, they were saying that they were Syrians. They wasn't Syrians, they were Edomites.
Right.
They were just living in Syria. So you got these simple-ass Negroes that read the scriptures, thinking that they know the scriptures. No, he was a Syrian, man, which meant he was an Arab. No, he was an Edomite, man. Just like Uriah the Hittite.
Right.
Uriah the Hittite was not he wasn't a Canaanite, he was an Israelite living in that land, man.
That's right.
Because the land of the Hittites, or the land of Canaan, who took power over the land of Canaan? The Israelites.
That's right.
Go ahead.
And his.
Oh, go ahead.
Okay. When the wicked are multiplied, transgression increases.
So during the time of Alexander the Great, that's when wickedness was multiplied. All right, go ahead.
But the righteous shall see their fall.
But the righteous shall see their fall. Now, their fall haven't taken place yet. The only thing that took place in the Romans is the Romans got a deadly wound to the head, but behold, it came back to life.
Right.
So it came back to life as what? As the America, as really as NATO, the EU, and America is a part of that. So read that last part again.
But the righteous shall see their fall.
So when are we going to see their fall? In the last leg of the Roman Empire, man. That's why we always touch on, that's another thing we always touch on the Roman Empire, because Jake don't understand that this is the Roman Empire. You're reading about prophecy and you're saying, well, that's talking about the ancient Romans, but at certain times it's talking about the Romans coming back in the reincarnation. All right?
It's relevant.
That's right.
Malachi chapter 1 verse 4. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord of hosts. They shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness. And
because it says it right. Because when they got thrown down, they built back up again. This is the last time they're going to build back up. And it says we're going to see their downfall. Go ahead.
Right. It says, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord hath indignation forever.
So that, wait a minute, that never changed, man.
Right.
The Lord has anger forever with these damn devils. Give me Isaiah the 34th chapter. Start from the top.
Isaiah chapter.
The key point is in the 5th verse, but start at the top.
Isaiah 34:1. Come near, ye nations, to hear, and hearken, ye people. Let the earth hear, and all that is therein, the world and all things that come forth of it. For the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies. He hath utterly destroyed them. He hath delivered them to the slaughter. Their slain also shall be cast out.
Now you know what Isaiah is seeing? He's already seeing the nuclear destruction. So he's writing it as he's seeing it, like it's really happening.
Yep.
Go ahead.
And their stink shall come up out of their carcasses.
And what did he see? He saw over there in the Middle East. He saw over there the Arabian desert over there.
Yeah.
The Persian Gulf.